Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome back to Port Priority 6 in Seattle, Washington. Happy Halloween. We're back with the top 128 here this morning. Going to be bringing you some really exciting matches. I'm here with my man Sorona.
Yes,
and
happy to bring this action to you all here from Seattle, Washington. We got some fire sets. I've taken a sneak peek at some of what we're going to see. It's all really exciting, and we are starting things off with one of the most exciting. We've got Hakii, a top Texas player, and Sheik ZSS against Joe, also known as Pokepen, a favorite here in Western Washington. Always one of the top players in the region and plays a multitude of characters. Looks like we're seeing the Joker right now, but that could very well change depending on how this match goes.
Absolutely. We know Joe, former Pokepen, as one of the top, like you mentioned, in the region, just able to pick up a character and have such mastery over it really quickly. However, we're seeing Hakii get a really great advantage state going, racking up already 110% within the first minute of the game.
Ooh, that tether cancel into the back air, reversing the edge guard situation. Very smooth from Pokepen coming out here. Joe, excuse me, that's going to take me a while to adjust to.
I've been having to adjust to it. It's weird. He's been Pokepen for years and then switching off of it. Now, we have 136 Sheik, famously really hard to kill with. We're going to see, hopefully, he can get, Hakii can get this stock really soon. Sheik, not the heaviest character, so already at 100%. That back throw almost killing.
And I've talked to some Sheik players. They seem to feel this matchup when Arsene is not around, honestly pretty good for Sheik. Obviously, when you get that crazy kill power X factor on deck, it's a different game, but Sheik certainly capable of keeping up with Joker in terms of speed and frame data.
Certainly able to keep up with speed and frame data, but not able to keep up with that kill power, losing the first stock. But Joe at 168%. We've seen Hakii trying to go for these up airs, however, just a little past being able to land them. Even that back air not killing 200%.
Oh, and that recovery from ledge, immediately canceling it and turning the tables once again. This is really smooth stuff here, and I think it's catching Hakii a little bit off guard. I think a lot of players aren't quite as comfortable fighting back from the edge in a smart and safe way. Usually, if you come back from the edge with an attack, it's very telegraphed and it's easy to punish. But these have been some very tricky recoveries here. Hakii able to find that kill, though, punishing another aggressive option from ledge with the gun, starting to catch on to some of what Joe's throwing down here in disadvantage.
And we can see Hakii. One thing that makes a really great Sheik player is patience, because a lot of the best Sheik players know that they're not going to be able to kill until really high percents. Hakii keeping his composure, being able to understand that, okay, I just need to find the right time to get this kill, and was able to land it. Already at 96%, though, Arsene is about to come out.
Oh,
but it doesn't look like he needs Arsene.
You're just fine with what you brought to the party on your own. You don't need any guest support. And this is like worst case scenario for Hakii right now, because you're starting a fresh stock and you're getting tons and tons you're losing out on the one thing Sheik's supposed to excel in, which is like racking up those early strings, because now you're just fighting a friend and his much stronger friend who can't pitch in.
You're fighting Joker, you're fighting Arsene. Those two don't mess around. 69% already. Hakii, that little bit of hope he had coming back into it, getting that forward smash, like you mentioned. Worst case scenario, having to fight back from it.
And we were talking about how this matchup, on base level, pretty okay. You know, they scrap, they go back and forth. But when you get behind and it starts snowballing, it's hard to get back into the game with a character like Sheik. That is a war of attrition character. They're not the big cheesy playmaker.
No.
They have to fight very precisely, consistently,
right,
and to get back into things. And that's hard when you've got a character with just kill power out the wazoo and a player that's capable of piloting it like Pokepen/Joe.
Yeah, and Sheik, the big thing, like you mentioned, very honest character. Everyone knows what Sheik is capable of. It doesn't have the X factor like a lot of characters like Joker with Arsene or like Wario with Wah. You know, Sheik has to play a very honest game. Has some tricky recoveries there too, but Joe just seemed in total control, being able to mix up his recoveries, keeping Hakii guessing. Let's see if Hakii can bring it back in game number 2.
There were some very slick Phantom Thief-worthy maneuvers we saw on display last game, but some of those things I expect a player of Hakii's caliber. I don't think we're going to see those connecting as reliably as they were game 1. Hakii's going to adapt. I'm looking forward to seeing that. We're seeing a similar start to the game here. Hakii pulling away at the early percent, but Not able to find the kill yet. Sheik can struggle with that. There are setups that Sheik has, but Joe hasn't fallen victim to him just yet.
Joe hasn't fallen victim, but we had a little. The one thing I will say here is Hakii handled Arsene very well, not taking a whole lot of percent. That was very different last game where he lost the first stock very quickly due to Arsene, but able to work his way around it.
And we're seeing a little bit of matchup familiarity here coming in from Joe, knowing what is safe on shield, held shield for that duration. Didn't get caught by any of the quick mix-ups she can do with some of her super safe moves.
I love the idea coming out from Hakii right there. He waited and just to get that nair, wasn't able to quite connect it, but that's what you got to do with Sheik, going off air, going off stage, waiting patiently.
And the name of this game, I think, the way Hakii's going to get back into this is that Arsene management you mentioned earlier. Being able to prevent that first Arsene from making huge plays lets Hakii put himself in positions like this.
Really great positions, though, too. Hakii, however, losing the lead he had very, very quickly with both down smashes coming out from both players.
We're going down.
Getting some really nice combos going. Joe off stage, able to make it back. Arsene is now back on the table.
Untouched so far. If Hakii can keep this evasion up for a little bit longer, he's going to be in a great position to maintain this lead.
I think one thing we're seeing from Hakii is now he's starting to respect Arsene a little bit more, trying to pick his battles a little easier, only when he sees an opening. We're seeing it pay off a little bit, but almost dying.
I was, I like Joker as a Smash character as much as the next person, but that would have been silly if that.
That would have been really silly. 77%, almost dying
after hit,
almost dying to the back air right afterwards. But Hakii,
that's great.
Impeccable DI, living again.
Yeah, Hakii's fighting for their life right here.
Oh my God! And able to stack it up already 101%. Let's see, can Hakii get a
You love to see the tenacity.
Yeah, Hakii, one of the most fiercest Sheiks that I have seen all weekend. We've had some really great Sheiks come out. I believe Fusix was here last night, and it doesn't matter. Fusix isn't here right now. That bouncing fish is going to send
that
Joe.
Patience paying off. Hakii kept his composure throughout that entire sequence.
No, he didn't.
And no, okay, I was going to say, there is a thing where if you take damage and try and use a tether too soon after you take damage, it won't grab ledge. So good stuff on Joe for not buckling under pressure and mistiming that, because that would have been fatal. That would have been game 2.
I would have been mashing.
Yeah, same. I would have died. Joe showing that he's not going to fall for tricks like that, though. Able to stay calm in the face of very oppressive offstage pressure from Hakii and take stock with Arsene here. Now we've got a pretty even game on deck again. And we have a good tech chase coming out from Joe. Already off in this corner. This is I've seen, it feels like all game we've been in just 1 or 2 of these corners of the stage. Very little center stage control has been happening except for, of course, right now. Both these characters, they've got some horizontal chains to work with. They are going to push you to the brink of the stage and maybe a little bit further if you give them a chance. Great bouncing fish, not quite, almost. The second one will do it, though. Nice.
That was it, and you saw, because you could control bouncing fish a little bit while you're in there. We saw Hakii kind of reel back in, not go as far as he could. Able to find that kill. Really great read coming out from Hakii. Great comeback from game number 1.
You know what? The 2 keys, one's going to be the safe play, the Arsene management, the pressure there that you apply on stage. The second big part of this matchup is taking what Sheik could do and putting it in a position where Joker really can't fight back off stage. Especially when, I mean, whether you have the tether or whether you have Arsene, they're both strong recovery options, but they both only afford you so many mix-up opportunities.
Yeah.
Sheik can intercept those with bouncing fish and then with a second one too, if the first one doesn't connect.
And the other thing to note is after a certain time of invincibility with Arsene, Joker is completely vulnerable when he is recovering, so he's really able to gimp. And we've seen Hakii maybe trying to take advantage of that just a little bit more, like you said, with the bouncing fish and with some of his off-stage interactions.
Great adaptations from Hakii. I'm looking forward to seeing how this game 3 goes. We are seeing a stage change now for the first time this set. We are on Smashville. Much smaller stage. Less room to work with, can't run around all over the place. Both characters can still, actually, you know what? I don't know if this platform, can Sheik get up smash on this platform or is it too high?
Sheik can get up smash on this platform.
Okay. Then that's the same too.
I've seen plenty of MKLeo games on this stage. It happens. So, We're seeing some really great offstage interactions with Hakii. Very similar to game 1 and 2, where both percentages are pretty even now. It's just a matter of who gets this first stock.
Yeah, it is worth noting, though, we're at kill percents here. Arsene not super close.
Yeah, not super close. Wasn't able to get a whole lot going off of that Arsene. We could see Joe really trying to find a kill, find an offstage interaction in his favor. Just not able to get that quite yet.
The longer this goes, though, the more dangerous it gets for Hakii.
Yeah, because as many of you, I'm sure, are aware, Arsene, you don't need to be necessarily take damage for Arsene to charge. It will charge on its own. We can see it going up very, very slowly.
Good reaction from Hakii. Not going to get trumped. Gets off the ledge immediately.
I like how he's using the neutral B to stall out.
Yeah.
His recoveries, just to keep mixing up the options, maybe taking little notes from Joe on how he's been mixing up his recoveries as well.
Joker's evasion coming in clutch once again. We are going to get the gun into a potential edge guard from Joe. This is a lot of damage. Stuff's just going to start killing Raw. Oh, but
what just happened?
He got hit with the vanish.
Oh my God. That move, deceptively strong, and it has a huge hitbox.
It does. Slight overextension from Pokepen going to cost him that first stock, and now we are a little ways away from Arsene once again. We're going to have to do this as base Joker. Turns out to be less difficult than I was talking it up to be. Back air, very good move.
I mean, Sheik has the weight of a wet paper towel, so, you know, and especially on a stage like this, 165, you're going to go
We
flying.
are on Tinyville.
Tinyville, Smashville,
Stock's going to fly.
Don't get it confused with the show. Oh my God, gets that really good up B. Really great tech chase coming out from Hakii. Great counter coming from Joe.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage here, though. Hakii able to maneuver outside of that string and stop the bleeding here, which is exactly what needed to happen to keep this from getting out of hand, because Arsene, one of the biggest snowball factors probably in the game.
One of the biggest X factors too. Basically doubles the damage, doubles the knockback of almost all of Joker's moves, makes him so much more deadly. A character that normally doesn't have that much kill power.
Okay. And we're seeing maybe the counter pick come back to bite Pokepen here. That bouncing fish I don't think would have killed just yet on some of the other stages we've been playing on here, but Smashville, tiny boundaries.
Tiny boundaries too.
Tiny stage.
I think the biggest thing. Oh, sorry, continue.
I was just gonna say. Now we've had no getting lapped. That's gonna be a nice little down smash, up smash confirm, or down air up smash confirm to try and even the odds here. But there's more work to be done, and Hakii is not falling for a lot of these common Joker tricks right now.
And I could see where Joe was coming from with this counter pick, though, too. Easy to get those kills, harder to get away from Arsene. But it looks Hakii is in his total element right now, just running laps around Joe. Yeah. But just keeping this damage stacked on, staying alive until 150% on Smashville?
Yeah, and I'm wondering, needles in the up smash, a beautiful confirm. And that's going to be a 2-1 for Hakii, moving on in top 128. Ooh. And I have to wonder, in this matchup, the difficulty isn't with finding kills as Joker.
Right.
You know, that's the upside you have if you're a Joker. So I'm curious to see what Pokepen's rationale might have been for that Smashville pick.
You know, it's hard to say. Maybe PS2 bigger stage wasn't necessarily working out.
Changing I'm good with,
but not Smashville necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sheik, that's arguably her best, if not one of her best stages, for sure. Able to really extend those combos very well. Same thing for Joker. It just felt Hakii was a bit more comfortable on that stage, where Joe, we saw really struggling to even get kills at Sheik from 140, 50, 60%. Yeah. And Arsene not really getting the best usage that I've seen from Joe. Just those tech chases weren't coming together as well as they were on Pokemon Stadium or even in game number 2. Game number 3, it felt like Hakii just had the read, just had the download on it.
And it's very possible the stage ended up not mattering at all.
It's very possible.
I remember seeing the bouncing fish stock 2. That's what made me raise my eyebrow a little bit.
Yeah.
But really great stuff from both players. That was a spicy set to kick things off with. We're going to have a lot more just like that on the way. I think we're going to take a short break. Have another match for you all soon. Stick around. And also, in the meantime, check out Satellite Smash.